don't want you on my mind, on my mind, on my mind, 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 mind. You think you think you think you think you think Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Destiny Arianna, and today I will be shooting a video that is somewhat hard for me, but because you guys are here and walking this journey along with me, I decided to you know, be completely honest about just everything that's been going on, and yeah. But just before I start, I feel like this video is going to just focus on mainly reflection, and that's a part of one of the major reasons why I haven't been posting as much as I wanted to, just because I've been reflecting a lot. There's a lot that's been going on with me, socially, and academically and mentally, and just recording and really like putting myself out there hasn't been, it's something I love doing anyway, but just to, you know, speak on school when school is really getting hard for me was really difficult. But you know, I'm done with it now. I guess this video is just like reflecting on just everything, because there are people who've been in my shoes before, and probably can relate or not, and then people who, you know, are walking into this position that I'm in, and me just wanting to be there to give advice for you guys. So I'm not really sure how long this video is gonna be, but just bear with me, and if you want to know my story of my first year of school, and my reflections and revelations, just stay tuned and keep watching. Okay, so I guess I'll start with the big banger that sort of just hit me, and it was a shock, but you know, it's allowed me to really just understand myself more, and you know, really analyze how I handle situations, and just learning more about myself. So recently, like 2 days ago, I was walking and I got this email that was like, it's from Polaris, that's where like the grades go in from Bowdoin or whatever, and it was like, your grades have been entered for spring semester, and I was just like you know, like that little, just like, oh man. Not necessarily saying like I knew that, like it was just like ugh, but I had this feeling because last semester was really hard, just in terms of balancing like social life and school. It was really difficult, and I'll get more into that towards like the middle of the video. But I'm walking and I just, you know, I'm like, should I open this? So I'm walking, you know, I get to like a place where there's like a bench, and I was near like the Hudson River, like Riverside, like where they had benches and the docks and stuff, in New York, if you guys didn't know. But I like decided to open it, so I was by myself at the time. I just left like a meeting, and I opened the grades, and I just like literally, like my heart dropped into my stomach, and I just froze and started shaking. So I looked at them. I'll like post it right here, just so you guys can like see, because I don't want to say it because I don't want to like trigger anything. But it was really shocking to me, just because I come from, you know, a family that's just really like education rooted, and believing that education is the key to success, and schooling, and all that's really important. And I've just literally, I love school. So I've never received, so like the lowest grade I've ever received was like a C+. But besides that, like I'm pretty much like an A and like B+ student. Okay, so last semester was really difficult, just in terms of managing social life and academics. I I would say it was really long, just because, you know, you came back from a, like, month of winter break, and then you kind of jumped right back into, you know, just school. And last semester I took Intro to Sociology, African American History to 1865, Quantitative Reasoning, and French. Sorry. So it was like a weird balance between, like, so my first year I decided to just get all of my prereqs out the way. So it was me trying to discover what I wanted to do, but also me just trying to get these requirements out the way so I make sure that I'm on track for graduation. So I really do not like math. Like, I just don't, guys. Like, so taking QR was already an interesting thing, because I already did not like the topic, but I knew that I had to do it and get it over with just so I can be on track for graduation. And then, like, history, the African history class, it was really good, but I just learned that, me personally, like, I don't like history. I love Africana studies, but just, like, because it was cross-listed with history, I didn't really like the course as much, just because, yeah. So, just a rundown of last semester, in my classes, I just really sucked at time management. Like, just reflecting on just everything, it was just really hard. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, like, it's hard for me to make this video because admitting when you're wrong is something that's never really easy for anyone. But it's just crazy to me, like, realizing that, like, in the moment, I really thought that I had it, you know, like, I would get overwhelmed, but I'm like, it's okay, Dustin, like, you got this. Sometimes I'd ask for help, sometimes I wouldn't. And, like, I had all the resources to do so, but because I did so well my first semester, I was just like, it's okay, like, I got this. And it turned out that, like, I didn't, you know, and I didn't realize that I was struggling until it was too late. And that's just me. Like, I wouldn't say that it has anything to do with the school. That's just my own mistake, and just, like, not really being aware of myself. But that was really hard, just because I had so many different classes, and I had so many papers, but also, like, math assignments, and that was something I'm not used to. And I had 3 classes on Monday and Wednesday, and 1 class on Tuesday and Thursday. So having the classes, like, 3 classes one day, 1 class the next day, 3 classes one day, 1 class the next day, just because, like, I was super busy on Monday and Wednesdays, but it allowed me to, you know, set up my week. So then, like, when I started to get the hang of it and, like, going to class and, like, you know, just doing everything that I had to do, I, you know, got a job. I was like, okay, like, I can work in the middle of the week. You know, it was great. Like, everything was fine. And then, you know, a lot started to happen with me, like, emotionally, with friendships and just, like, unnecessary drama that just, you know, it's life. But my priorities kind of took a turn, and I became more invested in myself socially, and I stopped really focusing on academics because I just assumed, like, everything was going to be okay. And it just wasn't. And that's where I think the detour into chaos, like, started. Because I just, like, you know, I was just so distracted by everything that, you know, was going on around me, and not really focused on myself. And I was just investing my time into other people and things that didn't matter, that, like, I just, you know, lost control of things that could have been avoided. So that, I guess, reflecting on me as a person, and just really, like, being able to say, like, Destiny, like, you messed up. Like, there were times when, like, you know, and not only, like, in terms of drama, but, like, times I would go out on the weekends when I knew I had a lot of things to do, but I would still go out, just because I'm like, you know, like, it's okay, like, I got this, like, it's just going out one night, and then one night turned into 2 nights, and then it's, like, Friday night, Saturday night, and then it's, like, Sunday, I'm tired, and I'm, like, not waking up, and and then I have to like cram everything into Sunday night, and then I'm like super tired, and then I'm like waking up late, and it's just like that became a cycle of me rushing and me not being organized, and just a lot of just carelessness and lack of time management. And it's like I beat myself up about it a lot now, because it's like I just noticed how everything could have been avoided if I just took, you know, a different approach on things. But it's normal, and like you live and you learn from those experiences. But academically and like steering away from the social aspect, this semester was definitely harder than last semester. Not in the sense of, I guess, material, but I just had a lot of work to do. So as you advance in classes, you go up to like 2,000 and 3,000 level courses. And I had like all 2,000 level courses except for my intro to social class. But especially like intro to social, I was expected to memorize like probably 500 terms combined in the entire semester. And just a lot of reading and really understanding the concepts. So that was a lot, and really trying to manage like the readings for that class, and it was really interesting, so I really wanted to do that. And then, you know, for my other classes, it was harder because I hated math, so already I didn't have the initiative to like get everything done on time, because I was just like, ugh. It became something that was irritable to me instead of becoming my priority, which should have been reversed, because like if you don't like something, you might as well just get it done. You know what I mean? But I didn't do that. And then the history class with papers, it just became like, like I can wait, I can do it, like, and the next thing you know, you turn around, you just have a pile of things to do. And that's a position that I found myself in a lot, last semester. I just like, it was just really hard, and a lot of things were going on. So I just really, my priorities were all wrong. And like I completely owned to that, and just like me really socially just wanting to be like having this thing of like acceptance, and really just wanting to be accepted. And I think that it roots from the transition from high school to college, and by that I just mean like coming from a place where you know that you're one of the best, you know, and then you transfer to a place where you're among just the best, and it just kind of like, it hurts your like ego a little bit. Not saying like I'm egotistic, or just like full of myself, but you know, I was really strong in like how much I cared about school and valued school and how involved I was, and I really thought that like college would be okay because I felt prepared for it. But then I got here and it seemed like everybody else had their lives together, and everybody else is just so amazing and so smart, and I literally just freaked out because I did not understand anything. Like I just was like, what is going on? Like I'm trying to like make my schedule, and time management is so hard for me just because I love to be involved in so much, but if I'm not like really writing things down all the time, like I will forget. So it was just like a lot to, you know, go from a place where I was babied, and I pretty much was just like set, and then coming into a place where you just kind of have to rebuild that reputation for yourself. But I guess my biggest thing now, because like guys, when I tell you, okay, so I saw the grade and I just started crying, and it was really embarrassing, for me personally. Like I was just in a park on like by myself, just crying for like an hour, just bawling my eyes out over like a grade. But for me, that's really important, because it's like to feel like you have something and then literally like just watch it get like swept under your feet. And it just hurts, because it's like I made mistakes that, you know, led to this, but then at the same time, like it's gonna be a permanent reminder of what I did. So it's not like I can like really fix it now. You know, I have to own up to what I did and then move on, and, you know, make sure that I don't end up in this position again. And that was hard for me because like the whole time I just kept blaming myself. You know, I was just like, Destiny, like, come on, like all these times you went out, you could have stayed and did your work. Like all the times you could have asked for help, but you just didn't. And I just was really hurt by that. And just really mad at myself. So coming from that place of just like raw emotion, it just really allowed me to just like, you know, take a step back and just really reflect on, you know, why and how can I change this and how can I get better. But just turning to the bright side of it, I guess it's just really allowed me to understand me as a person and understand what works for me and what doesn't work for me. But like, I'm gonna tell you guys straight up, like, college it can get hard at times, you know, but like, anyone is complete, like, it's not gonna get easier from here, like, I'm aware of that, like, I talk to so many people about this all the time, but it gets easier to manage just because you get used to it, but you have to put in the work, and, you know, I got used to, you know, cruising through high school, that I made the dumb decision of trying to cruise through college, and I'm, like, in my first year, and then I fell on my face, and, you know, it happens to the best of us, and it just really hurt, because it's, like, I feel like I have so many people watching me, I have you guys watching me, I have people from my high school watching me, I just, like, you have the pressure of that, and, like, me just really not wanting anyone to know about what's going on right now, but me realizing that this is a journey that you guys are taking with me, and, you know, when I go through my triumphs and trials, like, I would like you guys to know about them too, and it's just really being, like, a learning experience for me, and anyone else, to, like, just not be discouraged by these things, and just really take them, you know, like, you take a hit, and you come back stronger. Like, I don't know if you guys know that Cardi B song. I just know it's, like something about, like, getting knocked down 9 times but getting up 10. And, like, that really just being a motto for me, like, moving forward, that whenever an obstacle, like, comes my way, like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, or, like, try to downplay it. Like, especially with college. Like, I feel like a lot of people assume that, like, because I'm, like, on YouTube, I have to make everything seem like it's perfect and, like, great, and, like, it's not. And, like, that's why I guess it's really hard for me to make this video, but I'm gonna make it just because I want you guys to see, like, the realness. But, like, I don't have my life completely together, and I'm still learning. And this was just a really, like, hard, moment for me. You know, especially, like, being at a school like Bowdoin, and, like, being ashamed of the grades that I got. But really just using it, like, when I tell you I have so much motivation to just do better, overall, like, just for next year, next semester, and just, like, the rest of my years, at Bowdoin, and just, like, really just not wanting to be in this place again, because, like, it sucked, literally just crying, because it's, like, I knew that there were multiple things that I could have done to, you know, avoid this, but it just happened, and, like, it's normal. You know, like, some people, you fall and, like, you fail, but it's all about how you come back from that, and that's something that, you know, I learned throughout my life, and something I'm still learning. But just quick synopsis of my first year of college, it was amazing. Like, despite, you know, what happened last semester, like, I had a great time at Bowdoin, and, like, I feel like I made the best decision for myself in my college process, and I really think that when I graduate, that things are just going to be amazing, and I'm going to have so many opportunities lined up for me, and I just had so many opportunities even now, like, being a first year, but I'm a rising sophomore, hey, but yeah, like, just generally, like, I just learned that, like, you really have to work for everything, and nothing is just given to you, and I said this in my first semester video, but, like, really, nothing's handed to you on a silver platter. Like, you really have to work for things, and I learned that the hard way this semester, but I'm really excited for the semesters to come and years to come, and yeah, if you guys have any questions about anything that I've said, or just, like, any sequels or whatever that you want me to do, off of this video, just let me know. I'm just glad that I'm able to, you know, share this with you guys, and share this journey of, you know, success and failure, and just, you know, really, you know, connect with you, and I would love to, you know, talk to people who have been in my shoes before to get advice from you, and also, you know, if anyone has any questions about, you know, just freshman year as a whole. But I do have some more videos that I'm making for you guys, just about college, like what I wish I knew before I started my first year, advice for people applying to schools, and just like different things like that. So if you guys want to see that, let me know, you know, like it up, let me know. But I'm glad, like, this is closure for me too, just letting everything off my chest, sharing it with you. I'm not perfect, but you know, nobody really is. I'm just working towards being successful, and that I'm going to fail multiple times before I get there, but it's always about the come-ups. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoy this video. Yeah, I'll see you on the next one.